Hi, my name is Thomas. Welcome to Cheeky Kokako for another miniatures video. In this episode, I'm looking at the mini which I use for one of the beasts, the giant weasel. The stats for the giant weasel can be found in the monster manual on page 329. The miniature that I chose for my giant weasel mini is from Otherworld Miniatures, a pack of 3 different sculpts called Giant Weasels 3 WE16. This unpainted metal miniature fits on a base size of medium, which is the size that giant weasels are meant to be. As I mentioned in the Ochre Jelly Baby video, Otherworld Miniatures has recently closed due to the retirement of the owner. Supposedly the molds will be sold to another company, but there's no word on that happening yet, so for now, if you're interested in any of their miniatures, like this one, your best bet is to buy a copy from the stock left in game stores either locally or that you can find across the internet. It's a shame, as I really enjoy their minis and have purchased many of them over the years. As such, I'll be highlighting a few of my favorite minis from Otherworld Miniatures in the coming weeks before stocks of their miniatures disappears entirely. I painted my giant weasel miniature in the coloration of a black-footed ferret. I've worked with other weasels, but have never worked with the black-footed ferret. The story of their rebound from a point where they were thought to be extinct makes me happy, although they're still far from safe. They were rediscovered while I was still in school, and stories like theirs are what drove me to get into this field. Since then, I've been fortunate enough to have worked with quite a few critically endangered species. Will I ever work with black-footed ferrets? Unlikely, but I used to think it was unlikely that I'd work with Kakapo and Kokako, so who can say what the future holds? So I like to think that in my Dungeons & Dragons world, the black-footed ferrets are big enough to take care of themselves. As usual, for scale, Inching 25mm in the stork is 1 inch tall from the bottom of its base, while the Summer Eladrin mini will give an idea of the scale of the giant weasel next to an average human-sized mini. If you're looking for links to the minis in this video, you'll find them in the description. And that pretty much covers this miniature. If you have miniatures that you either like or dislike for giant weasels in your game, let us know what they are in the comments. I'll catch you next time when I show you another miniature from my collection. Until then, this is Thomas for Cheeky Kokako.